integrated into the professional management. Once again, exercising their corporate social responsibility to MBA for overall national development. I used to ask people when we have been either inducted or given an award, do we deserve it? And I think with all honesty, I won't participate in that one being what I would say we deserve it, we merit it, and we shall be proud of that. And I'm looking forward to using this opportunity to also showcase the talent that we have within the ministry and even outside the ministry. So let me limit it to this, so that you now appear seen and playing our trumpet. I just once again, you are most welcome. We're happy to receive you, and we look forward to our continued engagement partnership. Thank you very much.
The encouragement and the assurance that there are willing persons, willing staff here to also participate in trainings like this. And for you, assuring us that you are willing to showcase the talent that this industry has. I think that is a very strong word. We know that you possess this talent and skills. We know, even from the content of your statements and discussions. In Latin they say, "Nemo that would not happen." You can't give what you don't have. And we know you have it. And we are willing that from this kind of approach that we have adopted, top to bottom, we hope that information, learning, knowledge will easily be disseminated even to the lower cadre by the grace of God. So without further ado, while we have thanked
one is from the management of this department to speak, and one from the other recipient to also speak. I think you can increase that, create a space for them. One, it has to be one out of the two. I don't know between Engineer Kwalli and you, but I think I'll propose Engineer Kwalli because the other guys in this department, so we cannot speak in it. So that is a discipline. Engineer Kwalli is a friend and is from other sister departments, so he needs to also speak. Then Mr. Kaura will speak on behalf of the manager, whatever you want to say. I will leave it for you to say that. I think that's all I will ask for. And thereafter we can proceed, and I apologize for that. So please take note. One from our management staff will speak, and Engineer Kwalli who also needs to speak. As it is just a one-man show. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, and it is well noted. So, please, without further ado, I made a very slight omission. My name is Augustine Nnakwe. I am the program coordinator of the institute, and I am anchoring this event this evening. And I came here with my director. Yes, I came here. I almost said my director came here with me. But I came here with my director. And I want us, if you will permit, please, sir, this will not take more than like 5 seconds. I'll just hand the microphone. Apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, the others will just introduce themselves briefly. So I will just begin with my director who's here with me. Okay, he's giving his remarks. Okay, let me start.
Welcome to the Commodities and Export Department of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. My name is Muhammed. I'm the Deputy Director in the Commodities and Export Department here. You're welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Kaura. I am Deputy Director.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. Somebody behind you. Excuse me.
My name is Mr. Kwalli, SOG.
Behind you.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, Al-Hassan is my name. You're welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Paula Imasha. Commodities and Export.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Farida Francis.
Thank you very much.
I'm an alumni accountant.
Oh, no, we will introduce you.
Okay.
No, it's not a recipient. Okay, oh, I thought you were a recipient.
Thank you. I'm a deputy director in the department.
Okay. Okay, you want to introduce to me?
My name is Ejame Paul, Commercial Science Department. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome, sir. Then say something about the recipients. So the executive director, sir.
Good afternoon.
Great Nigerians first, and good afternoon to the director and to the staff. My name is Engr and by the special, my executive director position started on Thursday, when your own started. So I'm speaking on behalf of the institute. First of all, we must sincerely appreciate this ministry. This is the second time we are coming here. Last year, we were brought by Mr. Labi, who was the then director of human resources, now retired. This whole relationship started with just one man. Like they would say, every forest will always start with one tree. To some people, COVID-19 was a challenge, was a setback, but what? COVID-19 was for open doors for us. In 2020, we started our executive programs. Then Mr. Femi joined us online. He has taken several courses: executive leadership development, emotional intelligence, human resource management, several others. And in December 2021, when we were having our induction, he said he needed his director to be there. I said, why not? Where do you mean? And the director came, he joined the program, and said, you need to come to the office. And 2022, we are having the same experience. Director Audu came, he said, I will need people to come to the office. I said, why not? Is it not transport it will cost? So we want to sincerely appreciate you, sir, for this opportunity. Engineer Kwalli has been in the office, but he did not eat the day he came because he was fasting. And Mr. Akeredolu took us back to the office yesterday after a session we had at Kobana. On Sunday, I was standing at the altar pulpit, please permit me. I was sharing the testimony of how this event was a success. And then I went home, he called me. I said, I've been wondering where I saw your face. I said, okay. He said, you were the one giving the testimony to us. I said, yes. Were you there? And he said, yes, I'm a member of, I said, wow, I never noticed. So IIPM is a family. And there is one thing we are desperate about. We run IIPM in two ways. We have the social impact program, of which the director CSR program is part of it. And then we have our profit-making programs, where we have our certifications, trainings, and all of that. Now, over the years, we've trained over 5,000 people in different management professions. But we decided to have, in IIPM, there is a strategy we call Blue Ocean Strategy. And I'm sure this is not the first time someone will be hearing about it. Red might not be too good for everybody, but blue will definitely be good. So we decided to have partnership with government to make our social impact programs have much more sustainable impact in the society. And that was what led us to doing what we did. We started with sending out invitations to call on well-qualified directors, in fact all in the directorate cadre, from over 82 MDAs, parastatals, commissions, and others. We had 18 that responded. And the least we had from the 18 was 5. Now, on Thursday, we had 105 directors that were present. From Ministry of Industry, Code of Conduct Bureau, Office of the Head of Service, Office of the Secretary General, Ministry of Education, and several others that were in attendance. Someone looked at us and asked us, how do you people want to sponsor this program? And I told them, any program that is targeted towards helping humanity, humanity will sponsor it. And that was what happened. Our members came out in mass. The one that touched me most was our student members that donated 2,000 naira to make sure that our program was a success. Some donated 3,000, some donated 1,000. Then we had the big wins that donated 50,000, 20,000, and we were able to raise some good money. We were only interested in making sure that you were well fed. That was just every other thing would take care of itself. If you were well fed, then we are good. So I want to confirm, Mr. Johnson, were you well fed?
Sure.
Were you well fed?
Sure.
Director, I'm not sure what you missed the meal. You only engaged in the tea break.
Yes, I was well fed.
In the tea break.
The tea break was more than enough for me.
It's all right. So that was all we wanted. We partnered with CMD. We partnered with National Productivity Center to also make sure that we had high quality, experienced trainers. We partnered with Nile University to give us their lecturers to make this a worldwide experience. And we are glad it did. Now, in summary of my statement, the program was started. It's just like a marriage. We'll give you a certificate before you start. It is called continuous professional development. It is not an exit certificate. It is a welcome certificate. It's a certificate to welcome you to the new life of learning continuously. And our learning is not about cram and pour. No. We discuss issues that transform lives. What we want to do with the civil service is to transform them to consultants. We have a whole lot of people. In fact, before you become a director, you are well experienced. You're vast in knowledge. You've attended several workshops. So our own is, let's make those knowledge, those experiences, those skills, those network you have, let's translate them to profit. So when you live here, we don't want you sitting in front of television, castigating who did well and who did not do well. We want you to do well with your own life. And someone could say, when I'm retired, I'm done. No, in IIPM we believe that you don't really retire, you refire. Can you help me say refire? Refire. So it's just a new life. You rediscover yourself, you reinvent yourself, and then you relaunch yourself. There is a story of a young man who started his life at the age of 65. And he had a multi-billion-dollar corporation that we call KFC restaurant today. KFC, the owner started it at 65. So even if you retire at 65, there is still a very huge space for you. If you retire at 70, why not? If nobody is willing to adopt you, we will adopt you. Because you mean so much to the national growth and development. You have a whole lot of wealth of knowledge that you can't afford to just think that you're done. No. When you retire, just come back. We'll have a space for you. And we want to collaborate with government that even after you're done, there is still a space for you. And this is what we want to achieve. That's why all we are doing is towards building capacities, integrating capacities, repositioning capacities for sustainable growth and development. Sustainable growth and development. This is a movement towards Africa. It's not stopping in Nigeria. We have, as of today, we have 21 countries keying into IIPM, including US, UK. We have our neighboring countries, Ghana, Gambia, Cameroon. Last year we had 14 countries in attendance here in Nigeria. And this year it was just for Nigeria. By December we'll have much more countries coming. Now, this program was started, it's not just stopping here. By December we have phase 2. And in phase 2 we talk about management development. So we come back and spend 5 to 10 days together. How can you translate this knowledge, these experiences, this network to profit? Then by March, April next year, we'll come again for the last phase of the program, where we'll deal with business development and entrepreneurship. Much more, how do you build a sustainable business? Not just building a business, but building a sustainable, something you can hand over to your children and they can hand over to their children's children. That's what we are doing. So it's a 1-year fellowship program, and you're welcome to take this journey with us. And our recommendation and our request is that the ministry should please consider this program as a cherishable one and find a way to support it. In the next phase, we are taking 200 directors, 100 already taken, and then 100 coming again in December. That's 200. And we have no intention of charging anyone, because one thing with civil services, when you begin to mention money, they begin to withdraw, not knowing that the skills, the knowledge rather, the bank of wealth shouldn't just be for withdrawal, rather it should be for advancing. So we will recommend that please, the ministry, the director president, please help us move this information to the PAMSEC. I'm sure the video and this will get to her. Move it to the minister, so that by the time we are coming in December, we won't just have constraint of resources and just keep it for one day, and then we'll have office engagement that will be taking us. By the last phase of this program, we don't want to have it in Nigeria. At least we can go to, at least if we don't have anywhere to go, we go to Ghana. So that when they call you, you tell them, sorry, I'm not around now. You focus on what is focusing on you. At this juncture, I want to congratulate all of our recipients of both the certifications and the awards today. And I want to thank once again the department for honoring us. Thank you so much. And you're welcome.
We are moving straight to the official induction of fellows. But just let me make a comment from what you said. You said every director has this wealth of knowledge. And I remember that statement when one of the presidents died. Somebody remarked that the myth of an elderly experienced man is like a library burnt. So this is the wealth of knowledge we don't want to push away. We don't want to push knowledge into retirement. We want to bring them in and use those knowledge to consult so that others under can also tap and become libraries themselves. Thank you very much. So we'll continue with our program.
This way. Yeah. Can we give that one?
Okay, but please make sure you take these pictures very well. Because going to places.
We have one of your staff here who coincidentally is also the chairman of our alumni board. He will be joining the executive director together with Pastor Emmanuel Jato to carry out this task. So, Mr. Femi Ganduno is the president of the alumni board. So, together with the executive director and Pastor Emmanuel.
Sorry, sir. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, expressive. You have transformed within 2 seconds. You have changed.
I hope we are ready, sir.
Yes.
Membership pledge. The Integrated Institute of Professional Management, International Development and Consulting is committed to the highest possible standards of professional excellence, conduct, and competence among members. Therefore, as a member of this institute, I pledge that at all times carry out my duties and responsibilities with integrity, diligence, competence, and objectivity.
Carry out my duties and responsibilities with integrity, diligence, competence, and objectivity.
Demonstrate competence and ethical behavior in all my business, professional and personal activities.
Demonstrate competence and ethical behavior in all my business, professional and personal activities.
Respect the law of the land.
Respect the laws of the land.
To be a faithful ambassador and partner of the Institute in driving our sustainable development goals.
To be a faithful ambassador and partner of the Institute in driving our sustainable development goals.
Promotes, encourage, and embrace acceptable processes and procedures in the practice of management and leadership development within my sphere of influence.
Promote, encourage, and embrace acceptable processes and procedures in the practice of management and leadership development within my sphere of influence.
Work and establish mutually beneficial relationship with my organization, colleagues, employees, and clients.
Work and establish mutually beneficial relationship with my organization, colleagues, employees, and clients.
Commit to continuous professional development to remain relevant in my chosen field of engagement.
Commit to continuous professional development to remain relevant in my chosen field of engagement.
Accept, initiate, support, and drive initiatives aimed at boosting productivity at all levels.
Accept, initiate, support, and drive initiatives aimed at boosting productivity at all levels.
Where obtainable, I will charge reasonable fees which are commensurate with the nature of services performed and responsibility assumed.
Where obtainable, I will charge reasonable fees which are commensurate with the nature of services performed and responsibility assumed.
Lastly, endeavor to make personal decisions after considering all options, of which resignation may be one, in defense of this code of conduct where there are conflicts between my professional obligations and other contrary situational expectations.
Endeavor to make personal decisions after considering all options, of which resignation may be one, in defense of this code of conduct where there are conflicts between my professional obligations and other contrary situational expectations.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Yes.
After congratulating you, please let them take the group photographs.
Boss, come back.
Hold on. Executive direction. Somebody is asking, why did you omit "so help me God"? I think later you will explain. That's fine.
Hello, sir.
Get ready, sir.
Are you in the picture?
Mr. Fendi, we are waiting for you.
You can just go make a little focus. Let me see. They will still snap one and shoot them.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Hello.
16 shots.
So the next thing we'll do. Since our relationship with the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, we've always had a special love for this ministry. Our awards, we don't just give them anyhow. They are fully on recommendation. Out of 105 directors that came on Thursday, it is just 3 we are giving, and 3 all from Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. One of the things that have driven our love towards the ministry is your heart for continuous development. Someone called us from Dubai. He's a director, but was in Dubai on another mission. And he asked us, can we send the certificate to the ministry so that when they come back, we'll collect it? And we said, sir, please, you will join us in the next batch. Because you need to know what the training is all about before you can obtain the certificate. And all these 3 honorable men, they were well seated in the hall, all through. Even when the director had, I think he left around 3, the program closed around 4, he left around 3. Even before he left, he still came to us to say, please, I have an engagement. Can you please, he was doing it honorably. Not that he would just carry his bag, you know, I'm busy now. It was not for harassment, but it was for honor. So we sincerely appreciate, in fact, that shows us the level of code of ethics and code of professionalism within the ministry. So we want to appreciate you for that. Now, we are giving you a fellowship award, like we said. It reads, in recognition to your commitment to continuous professional development, service. Now, let me say, if there is anyone in this award, any object in this award that you think they don't deserve, you can point it out.
Can we add?
You can add.
Where is the space?
No, there is, we'll make it bigger. Okay, so in recognition to your commitment to continuous professional development, service excellence. Do they have service excellence?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Transformational leadership.
Yes.
Do they have it? Okay. And value-driven innovations. Do they have it?
Yes.
Optimally. Okay. So in that case, they are qualified to have this award. So once again, can we put our hands together for them? Now, for the certificates that we're giving, the training was on executive leadership development professional. Now, like I said earlier, this is meant to be a 10-day course. But we are giving them the certificate in advance. They have, by the time you're done with this, you would have gotten like 6 certificates. And let me mention them to you. This is one. When you're done with phase 2, you get management development consulting 2. By the time you're done with 3, you have business development consultant 3. Then at that 3rd phase, you have National Productivity Ambassador Award from the National Productivity Center. You have professional masters in business administration in the area of leadership and management development. How many have I got that? That's IPCR, Peace Ambassador Award. Because we believe that by the time you go home or by the time you retire, you'll be a very good agent in driving peace in the country. In talking sense to those people that don't want us out. Okay? So, in the leaders, when you're coming back in phase 2 by December, you have two trainings. You have the complete leadership training and you have complete management development training. So we are doing 2 in 1 in December. And then by March, April next year, you'll be having the final phase, which is business development. And you know the good thing about the last phase, before you're done, you register your business there and then. Not that we will appraise your business plan, look at your financing options, bring in possible empowerment agents that can help. And of course, we've already said that in the hall, that we also need you to open up ways for sponsorship, because we know that you're going to go home with some gratuity and pension, but we also want to empower by our own pocket, by the humanitarian pocket. Okay? So we need more sponsors. This is a project that is running into even billions of naira, but we are not worried. Money cannot be a problem. Okay? When you are here, money cannot be a problem. All right? So this is a welcome first to continue on this journey. And after the 1 year, you are entitled to 1 year mandatory executive coaching and mentoring on the business you're doing. So if you need HR services, business record services, anything at all, for the next 1 year, after March or after April, you'll be entitled to that 1 year. Okay, and then we'll groom your business with you, so that by the time you're sitting on your desk as the CEO of your company, you won't be shaking. Okay, so on this note, we'll be calling one after the other. I think I will start from I was thinking I will start this way and then end with the director. When he reaches here, he will do his in ascending order. Okay. So after he has received, he will give us his notes and then. Okay. So let's start.
Is it talking first? No,
okay. So
yeah, let's start.
And good enough, we'll have the president of the alumni board also from here. So everything is just working around Ministry of Industry. In fact, wherever our alumni boards are, they always where money is speaking. The chairman of College of Fellows is a director at FIRS. He's supposed to be here today, but due to official engagements, he couldn't. So when he comes, he will welcome you more. So let's start from the system. So we will be starting, Mr. Johnson.
Use the mic.
As we welcome Mr. Akeredolu Toyin Johnson for the award of for the certification in Executive Leadership Development Professional and fellow. Please, this is not honorary fellow. This is fellow for continuous professional development. When you retire, we will give you honorary fellow. That one, we know that is purely advisory. But for this one, it still work. Okay, so fellow of the Integrated Institute of Professional Management, Abuja, Nigeria.
With your collected? Yeah, no, which is badge.
This is for you.
Okay. Good.
Yes. All right.
Okay, let me take him along, please.
Okay, yes, you still need to take a look.
Sorry.
Hold on.
All right. Forward. In all of the things, all of the objects mentioned.
Okay.
So you can snap it over with your way. Kwalli. So, so let's use the first.
Okay, good. I look up. Good. Thank you. Hey, look.
Sir, don't do this now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good job, sir.
So we have Director Suleman Adebayo Audu.
Okay. Minutes.
Thank you.
Let's take it that window where you have.
All in present. So we can hand over to
1, 2, 3. To God be the glory. To all those who have inspired me, wherever they are, all those who are still alive and those who are no longer alive, I appreciate you. And I pray that God Almighty take God to reward you. There's still lots to learn. I'm learning. I'm not graduated, but I believe I'm moved to another level. And I still hope and pray that the best is yet to come. I'm proud of this wonderful award today, and I can assure you I'll do my best to justify this award. I think that's all I can say. Those who are here to appreciate all who has made this possible. It is a day of joy for me and for the others. And I will cherish this award till the rest of my life. It's another milestone.
My dear director and recipient, the other officials from the institute, and my other colleagues, recipients, everyone, I say good evening to you all. I think really this is a fantastic vision, very fantastic, that's my remark. And I see it the way it's said as a movement. That's the way I see it. I listened to the executive director, you know, from the starting spot to where the vision is going. I see it as a movement. And as a movement, it's going to take over everywhere. I think this is very important. I appreciate your partners, the way you listed some of them. They are very credible people or institutions that I know, as far as I know. And so that means you are also a credible institution to be able to bring all those people together. I love the content, particularly this aspect of emotional intelligence. It's fantastic. I have done some little research on emotional intelligence, and I think if somebody is taken through that, it can be a fantastic leader. That is just, there's no question about that. We are just working on, I'm sure you're aware, that the civil service transformation. And if you're, from what you have just said now, you are transforming the civil servant. So you are part and parcel of the civil service transformation, which I think is the end thing as far as civil servants are concerned now. So this is very good. From instead of retiring, you say we should retire. So we are ready to retire. And I'm happy that I found myself here. Let me tell you, when I listened to your code of conduct, right? The one they read, I made some conclusions, and I said, it will not only create efficiency, it will not only create effectiveness, it will also create transparency in the service. For me, this is my take home. And I want to associate myself with today. And I quite appreciate it. My director, thank you for inviting me to this event. If I had missed this event, I have missed so much. And I'm happy that I found myself here. I want to say congratulations to all of you. And thank you everyone for coming and being part of this process. God bless us all.
Everyone here present, my colleagues, all other members of my department. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this unique opportunity. God give the glory. I want to assure you, first and foremost, that so much to do with much. I don't have much words to express my gratitude and appreciation for this phenomenal event. Actually, you are the right place. For you to have recognized us, we are very much humbled. Initially, when Mr. Akeredolu introduced me to the IIPM, I thought it was one of those organizations, one among other organizations that was on the management process. But my little interaction with him, I realized that IIPM is different. And above all, the directors' workshop we attended, we were really thrilled, and I was stunned with the content of the course. It's not just because I've attended several management courses, including the one I went to the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies. This is a hands-on training. It's not just reading from handouts or copy and paste from the internet. So I really thank God for this opportunity, and I want to assure you that we are going to do our best to contribute our own part to the progress and development of the institute. I want to assure you that other members, like my director have said, the top management will really appreciate part of this movement, like my just colleague has said. It's a movement to transform civil service and our business of life. Not only just to become consultants, but to empower others, because this is it, to empower others, the young ones, to be self-dependent. The department here, if I want to inform you that this department, very successful department, all countries looking to the department for non-oil export revenue, and the director is doing very well in this area. So for you to have recognized him shows that yes, we are doing very good job. We continue to, because we didn't ask for it. Most of us, we will just have, after the recommendation, I'm sure you are doing diligence and one was worthy of this award. So I, on behalf of my colleagues, thank you very much for this phenomenal activity. And pray that God will continue to help us to do more and more. God has a very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
After the group of children, so that we can also spread that. Is there any other thing we can do that we have not done? Okay. Mr. Femi. Okay, Mr. Femi, as you are speaking, can you also pray so that we'll wrap it up with prayer? Otherwise, I'll ask for somebody to do the vote of thanks. I think that's another way. So maybe from the management, somebody can also do the vote of thanks so that we will appreciate them as we are finishing this program. But in the meantime, Mr. Femi, you will speak and also link us and link them to the HRM. And I think it's important to get this message across to the HRM. And I can also compliment that. So, Mr. Femi.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to thank everybody present here this evening. It's indeed a wonderful occasion. I am not in doubt that the recipient was the levied the award. And I want to particularly thank the executive director, the alumni accountant, and the program coordinator of the institute. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I am the president of the Alumni Association. I want to particularly welcome you into the alumni of the institute. And I don't want to go repeating myself. We said so much in the oath that we took this evening that we're going to be law abiding and we're going to do whatever we have to do with utmost respect. In this regard, I want to say thank you very much. My director, you don't know how much you mean to me. You are an inspiration. The first time I met you was a meeting, and since then I've been guiding you. You've been a very good benefactor to so many of us, even in the department. And for this, you are one rare species in a million. I want to thank you, sir. I wish you all the best in life. And also other directors that are seated, I appreciate all of you. And I think a few of them are very close to, especially the man in my front, who is a very good, wonderful friend. Goni himself, God bless you, sir. And they're all seated here this afternoon. I say, those that are interested in becoming a member of this institute, because I'm there, you are there as well. I think for the past 2 years now, my executive director, my ministry, like you said, has been wonderfully participating in all their programs, and at least the best human resource director was given to Alabi last year. And I hope this, and you too, you've gotten one, so that's to show that we in the industry and investment, we love knowledge and we know what we are doing. So, thank you very much for coming into the alumni, into the institute. We are looking forward to your contribution and your continuous learning. So the moment you stop learning, you start dying. So it is not for us to go and sit down, but it's for us to get up and refire. And this one, I want to say thank you very much and God bless you. Can we stand up and take the closing prayer as we take the second stanza of the national anthem? Direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and truth, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice live. God bless you.
It also shows that there is an alignment with the head of service of the federation's visions and mission in terms of transformation agenda of the government, and also in terms of transformational leadership, in terms of the way we show creativities, in terms of how we impact our ideas and knowledge in respect of the various duties we are doing, and more importantly, addressing the challenges confronting the nation. Well, I would say that you have all it takes. You are a valuable asset. You are very resourceful. From the interaction so far, I believe that you have the professionals that can take us through all the sectors of the economy. And what is important is the right leadership, the right mentality, the right orientation, the right approach, critical thinking, creativities, and what have you. And no matter what challenges we have, they are not insurmountable. But we also need determinations. We also need purposefulness. We also need followership to also be able to tell the leadership where things are going wrong. So feedback is very important, consultation is very important. important. So there are lots to learn from this process, and I think we can imbibe that in terms of our day-to-day activities. Recommendation to government is just partnership, collaboration, synergy. I think that's all, and encouragement of whatever you are doing. Areas where support can be given, can be given. Inspiration, encouragement, and I think you are veritable partners, and we have collective responsibility to ensure that we move our nation forward. All ideas and recommendations coming from this process is something the government will have to reflect on, and I think that's something that are doable. I think the future is bright for the leadership. The future is bright for the country, and the future is also bright for the followership. So I think it's a win-win situation, and it's part of the enforcement of the partnership between the government and the private sector.
Well, my name is Akeredolu Toyin. I am the Secretary Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit of the Ministry. I'm a member of Commodity and Exports Department. That program has been wonderful. As a matter of fact, I got there and I saw the gatherings of presenters that came to present to us, and I said, yes, this is what I've been looking for, because I believe that training and retraining is part of your success. If you want to succeed in life, you don't just stay in one place. You need to get trained and get trained, so that the best in you will come out successfully. Well, for my colleagues and for other servants especially, I recommend them to join IIPM, because it is a continuous thing. We have put our hands, and I believe we are going higher and higher. This, I believe, we will achieve because of the areas of lecturers and professionals in IIPM. Collaborating with IIPM is the way, because we discover and we know that government alone cannot do it. Government needs the collaboration from private sector development agencies like IIPM. So working with IIPM will help government to even achieve its goals and objectives faster.
My name is Muhammed, Secretary Director, Industry. Uncle J, Chairman of the Ministry. This program was onboarding was an eye-opener. I've gained a lot from the program I attended, the director of opportunities, and also have learned how to do more in my workplace, and also gives me an opportunity to pass the knowledge to my students, which will invariably help the ministry and the country. I think as an ambassador of the institute, I have all it takes to introduce the institute to other directors and other management staff because of the capability and the partnership with institute has reputable organizations both within and outside the country. So it's not only about this certificate, but it's about what is in it for everybody to learn. It's about the hands-on training. It's not only copy and paste. Hands-on training, the creativity of the institute is really amazing, and it's phenomenal. So I mean the institute to everyone. All see how the economy is performing. So government is already encouraging public-private partnership initiatives, of which the institute has initiated. So the public-private partnership is initiated by the institute is in line with the government's policy of training of both private and public service. So I think it's the way to go. It is a win-win situation for both the private and the public to partner, and so that for the growth and development.